Why are Sigma males immune to brainwashing? In the modern day, there is an unparalleled abundance of information. We are constantly being inundated with messages from various sources, including news, social media, and advertising. This never-ending stream of information creates a huge challenge, distinguishing fact from indoctrination, even while it also brings amazing chances for learning and interaction. Our daily lives are laced with deceitful strategies. Social media algorithms create echo chambers where critical thinking deteriorates by selecting material that confirms our pre-existing views. News organizations frequently conflate opinion and reality in their sensationalized reporting to grab readers' attention. Marketers use advanced psychological strategies to elicit feelings and sway our judgments about what to buy. Because of the overwhelming amount of information available and the growing complexity of deceptive strategies, it can be challenging to separate communications intended for our benefit from those that are malicious. If this video teaches you anything, it's that only the credulous fall for targeted manipulation, which is a tactic used to financially and emotionally manipulate people, not Sigma males. Because they have a set of abilities and strategies they employ to protect themselves against societal brainwashing. This video will teach you the 8 ways Sigma males are used to avoid being brainwashed. The good thing is that you too can learn and practice them. Number 8. They understand the gradual nature of brainwashing. In contrast to the Hollywood depictions of mind control gadgets and flashing lights being used for brainwashing, real-life manipulation is a gradual and sneaky process. Sigma males are aware that big shifts in thought or conduct don't usually occur overnight. They are aware of the metaphor of the boiling frog, which describes how a frog submerged in progressively warmer water will not leap out but will instead gradually adjust until it is too late. In a similar vein, manipulators frequently use deceptive strategies to gradually weaken their target's defenses. According to an International Cultic Studies Association research from 2018, 84% of ex-cult members said they had gone through a gradual process of manipulation. They weren't exposed to one overpowering experience, but rather a succession of nuanced maneuvers intended to weaken their defenses and increase reliance on the group. Sigma males are alert because they understand that manipulation happens gradually. They are particularly perceptive to changes in an individual's conduct or worldview, particularly if these developments take place gradually. Red signs that something is wrong might include a friend who abruptly withdraws from their typical social group or a family member who starts expressing extreme opinions on a topic they didn't previously care much about. Number 7. Everything seems ridiculous to them. A sharp sense of humor is the first line of protection against manipulation. But this mistrust goes beyond simple cynicism. Sigma males have a razor-sharp mind that is trained to recognize emotionally laden arguments and logical errors. They are aware of the ability of language to deceive and of its power. The paradox is this: the most effective tool for manipulation frequently appears to be sound reasoning. A well-crafted argument that lacks emotional resonance has the power to reassure us while concealing the manipulator's actual intentions. Sigma males are aware of this threat. They actively challenge the logic of information rather than taking it at face value. Reason is the only weapon against the idiot. This is embodied by Sigma males. They investigate further to comprehend the underlying reasoning and supporting data for a proposition. Through their pursuit of the truth, they can spot logical errors and contradictions, the gaps in the facade of deceit, even when it appears to be immaculate reasoning. There's no denying that the majority of Sigma males have a keen understanding of how emotions may be used as a weapon to skew judgment. Manipulators frequently use sensationalized headlines, dramatic statements, and appeals to indignation or terror. Sigma males are aware of these strategies and maintain their rationality. They are aware that emotional appeals can conceal a lack of substance, so they analyze the reasons put forward and distinguish sincere worries from deceptive tactics. Number 6. They are aware that context is important. Depending on the situation, brainwashing techniques can have varying degrees of efficacy. This idea makes sense to Sigma males who have developed their critical analysis skills. They understand that those who are already sympathetic to a group's ideology or who are in vulnerable situations are more easily manipulated. For instance, a person going through financial difficulties can be more susceptible to the promises of rapid wealth offered by a pyramid scheme. Someone who feels alone might be more likely to join a cult that provides a sense of community. Sigma males are aware of these weaknesses and how manipulators make use of them. This fragility that depends on the circumstances is consistent with the saying, "A drowning man will clutch at straws." People who are hopeless or insecure tend to clutch at any hope or answer, which makes them easy pickings for manipulators. Recognizing the importance of context, Sigma males spot circumstances that lend themselves to manipulation and handle information in those kinds of situations with greater suspicion, particularly when interacting with organizations or people that prey on certain weaknesses. Number 5, they assess everything's sources at all times. In the era of information, the capacity to assess sources critically is essential. Sigma males are aware that not all knowledge is created equal. They can analyze the reliability and possible biases of information sources with great precision. Mike Eisenberg, a media literacy specialist and librarian, said, "If you don't know where you're going, the information superhighway has turned into a 10-lane freeway to nowhere." The significance of evaluating sources is emphasized in this quotation. Information is not always trustworthy just because it is easily accessible. Sigma males are aware of this and actively look for reliable sources that have a track record of objectivity and veracity in their reporting. Sigma males can evaluate the information they are given by analyzing the source. They take into account things like the author's qualifications, the standing of the website, and the way the content is presented and toned overall. They can distinguish between truth and opinion and spot any biases thanks to this source evaluation procedure. Number 4, discomfort with groupthink. Having a healthy unease with groupthink is one of the characteristics of a Sigma male, or someone who struggles with manipulation. This is about encouraging an independent spirit and critical thinking in a social environment, not about being contrarian or unduly disruptive. People who are wary of blind allegiance are more inclined to question the current quo and spot possible deception schemes. Philosopher Voltaire famously said, "Doubt is not a pleasant condition, but certainty is absurd." The core of this concept is encapsulated in this quote. Sigma males are aware of the risks associated with a group's blind acceptance. Even if it means defying expectations, they feel confident enough to raise questions. This readiness to question the established quo might reveal hidden intentions and reveal contradictions. A 2012 research that looked at the causes of groupthink was published in the journal Psychological Science. According to the study, organizations with high degrees of cohesiveness and a strong need for unanimity were more likely to make bad choices. Sigma males can upset this dynamic and promote a more critical method of decision-making by challenging groupthink. Their distaste for groupthink gives them the strength to oppose manipulative tactics that demand unquestioning compliance. Number 3, they have strong intuitions. The ability to follow their intuition is a defining characteristic of those who are resistant to persuasion. Those who have this capacity, or Sigma males, understand the importance of intuition. They listen to that inner voice when something doesn't seem right and follow up with more research. This dependence on intuition, developed from experience and self-awareness, acts as a red flag for deceptive strategies. The reasoning mind is a devoted servant, and the intuitive mind is a priceless gift. Bob Samples remarked, "We have created a society that has forgotten the gift and honored the servant." Having intuition is crucial. Sigma males are aware that intuition may be just as important in making decisions as reason and reasoning. A persistent sensation of uneasiness or mistrust might be a strong clue that something is wrong. For instance, if someone receives a financial offer that seems too good to be true, they may be skeptical at first and decide to look into it more before committing. This gentle prod might save them from being a fraud victim. Having faith in their instincts is a useful strategy, even though it doesn't protect against deception. It combines a potent kind of inner wisdom with rational thinking. Number 2, they possess deep-rooted experience. Experiences in life are excellent instructors. Sigma males are aware of this. They recognize and steer clear of manipulative tendencies by drawing on their prior interactions. Their prior experience with deceptive methods enables them to identify the warning signals and take preventative measures. George Santayana once observed, "Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it." Sigma males have a sharp eye for seeing similar strategies in the future when they think back on their own experiences or even the experiences of those who have been manipulated in the past. Someone who has previously been the victim of a pyramid scheme, for instance, will be more aware of the warning signs connected to these types of fraud. They'll be on the lookout for inducements to recruit others, unrealistic returns, and promises of rapid wealth. The knowledge they have acquired from prior encounters enables them to make wise judgments and ward off similar manipulative schemes in the future. Number 1, they have a healthy self-esteem. Men who have a strong resistance to manipulation, often known as Sigma males, have a good sense of self-worth. They are less vulnerable to strategies that feed on uncertainty because they have confidence in their abilities and values. Feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt are common tools used by manipulators to seize control. Strong self-worth serves as a barrier that thwarts these attempts. Sigma males are aware that failures and setbacks are unavoidable. However, their strong sense of self-worth enables them to overcome obstacles without sacrificing their moral principles or judgment. Manipulators frequently use promises of validation or a sense of belonging as bait, and those with low self-esteem are more susceptible to being taken in. On the other hand, Sigma males have a high feeling of internal validation. They don't get their self-worth from looking beautiful on the outside. Their confidence enables them to spot deceptive tactics that rely on taking advantage of insecurities. There you have it. If you learned something or enjoyed watching this video, kindly hit the like button, share it with friends and family, subscribe to the channel, and also go through the channel to see other enlightening videos about Sigma males. Thank you for watching.